What's good? What's good? We back. We're back in business. Okay, cool. Did a little bit of restructuring, as you can see here. I'm thinking that we're gonna get lower prices. I would have loved to see if this came down here. I think it failed, and I think that's what we should be targeting today. But yeah, that's my thing. Got the account back, so we're good. Um, we have SMT at the highs inside of a breaker block and SMT with ES. So in NQ, I mean in YM. So that's kind of like what I'm looking at. I think London low is going to be the target, especially failing to hit this down here. Especially like that's just my thought process on where we are. We came down here, but I think we failed here. So I'm looking for sell side. Also with how we got what we got yesterday. I know we traded down into on the higher time frame this gap here, but overlapping with this after this sharp rejection, we have this up close candle, this rejection block. So I'm gonna be looking for see if we can attack this down here. Just want to make sure I'm on the right. Oh yeah, make sure I'm on the right stream. But yeah, so this is what I'm looking for today. The dizzy had the rejection block. We have since used that. Expansion came up to the order block here. So that is what I'm looking for today. See if that's what we're gonna get. So first this low, London low, rejection block, sell side liquidity. That's gonna be my targets. Alongside just like looking for again the midnight open range. I still have that. I've changed it up a little bit so it's not as messy as you guys used to see it. So specific things that I'm trying to make a little bit cleaner. But that's my thought process for today. This low initially, which would be the technical start of the New York Open. But again, I was talking with someone yesterday about how I do my chart markups. I've changed it up a little bit because I had to go back and rewatch the indices stuff. I was doing it off the regular stuff, but now since I do it off the indices, it's 9:30 to 4. So now I do the same thing that I was talking about yesterday. I just do it 9:30 to 4. That's the big difference. Again, down there, I think I'm targeting. Would want to see that be a first target that couples up with what we're looking for. And then 1 to 2 standard deviations below that. This is also the 15-minute gap. So put on to the lower time frame, but that's what I'd be looking for. I'm gonna try to stick to doing my entries on the higher time frame or on the 5-minute chart. Like waiting for that. Because even just going back in my old stuff I used to watch, that used to be where I was doing a lot of my trading when I was doing really, really well, in my opinion. So right now we've kind of done nothing. We've really consolidated. And again, we have the trumpet speaking today. So we got to be very cautious that it could be wanting to consolidate, but this is a clear level for me that I would want to see price reach into. We also have SMT, but we had it again. So in NQ, in YM, this was able to trade up higher than this one. Also with just having normal the SMT at the highs. So I'm looking for the lows to be targeted. We have dollar trading higher as well, which goes with our understanding of what we should be looking for this trading lower. We're getting that as well. So for me, I feel a lot of influence kind of there going. Ideally, I like this. How we respond here gives me a lot of if we can keep this gap, obviously, right? And I would like to see it trade up into this after. That's what I'd want to see. Like ideally, technically this would be the like high, low, lower high. This would be the mitigation block. I want us to kind of see us come here and then come up back here if we can. Now, if this all happens before, then it just happens before, unfortunately. But again, this, my eyes down here, and this is the target, especially London low. That's what I see right now. That's where I'm looking for this trade. Sits right above a 15-minute gap, 15-minute fair value gap. This order block, so it take, I think that matches with the standard deviation. Yeah, it matches with one standard deviation below, so I really do like that. But again, look at this, we are kind of going sideways. Want to make sure all that is frizzy. Good. Yeah, you can see since the opening price, like let's look at midnight. That's right here. Traded back up to midnight opening price. Rejected. We took it out with the bodies, rejected hard. But since then, we kind of have been trading sideways. But I think that this is a clear target. So if this wasn't trading up into this, I'd take that stop loss above there, and then I would look for this. That would be my potential target and low. And then I'll be looking to, this would be best case scenario. So I would put my take profit down here. Best case scenario, that'd be like the second best case scenario would be the rejection block on the 15-minute chart. That's what I have it on. But for me, bring back up into here and then waiting till time. So if I'm getting an entry before, I pretty much want to be looking at the lows to be forming around these levels between like 10, 30, and 11. So if we're like up here for whatever reason, let's say we're up here or something, and I think it can still go down here, I'll hold to like 10, 10, 30, 11. Because that's when we're expecting it. And here are, in my opinion, this is a clear level that price should want to trade to. See what that would, sorry. I just want to see what this would look like. If this is something I were to do. So what? 19-point stop. I mean, roughly like a 4-to-1, or four, yeah, almost a 4.5 to 1. Put it up there, 3.5. If that's where we're to do, I think I would take this if it actually shoots up there. Yeah, if it can shoot up there, I'll take that. I'll take 3. So this will be a buy stop up here. And then this would be a buy limit, or sorry, sell limit. If it can do that though, it needs to offer that. So sell limit, just, and then this would be the best case would be down here. That'd be my buy limit. Best case scenario would be down here. But we'll see if we're able to get this pretty much in 2 minutes, minute and a half. That's the gap that I'm looking at, and that's the gap that I want to see, this one. So once this closes, I'm okay with putting it there. Driving with disconnect. So we have about like 1 minute left. Once we have 1 minute left, I'll put it there and put it above this breaker block. Hopefully we get it. We may not even get it. But this is what I'm waiting for. Rejection block held like we were looking. I mean, that's clear target. Just hopefully we can, get some type of retracement, not just running straight down there. If we do that, then I'll have to look to see kind of what's gonna happen. So this was a gap that I wanted. So that's what I'm looking for. If we can do that, if we go straight there, then there's something different about that. Then I'm not going to. If it goes there first, then this trade idea is canceled for me. So this is a trade idea that I'm looking for. See if we can get up there before melting down to the lows. Not, then we don't get it today. Doesn't look like it. It's heavy, it looks like. Look what you done to me. Yeah, I don't think that. It's looking heavy on everything else. But that's what I want. I don't think it's gonna trade up that high. Well, it did what we were looking for. So it took out London, but didn't trade down there. It's okay. So I'm going to cancel this trade idea. So it did what we were looking for in terms of trading down here. Now it just didn't trade up high enough for entry. I mean, I would have loved for it to trade up here and then did that. Just did that. So we've traded down into that gap. It's not upsetting. I would have rather done that. Didn't. Still have opportunity to trade a little bit lower. But I don't want to take it up here right now from what it's doing. I much rather would it have traded up a little bit higher, hit this gap here, like even if it came here, 930 came up here and then did this. You know, obviously love that a lot more. Just give us a retracement. So now it's hit everything that honestly I was looking for. This one also, the 3.5 standard deviations, was looking for that too, which is right here. But I'm not chasing it down there. I wanted this, but to me. Yep, that would have been trade done. Ideally down here, but taking partials here. Best case is there. Again, time element, time of day. Trade high enough for us. Wasn't even looking for precision. Like I just wanted to trade up there. This gap. Just give it to the kid. But I will screenshot that because that's what we were looking for. We'll see if it can trade down to ultimately previous day's low. SMT up here, high SMT. And down there. So with this large range already like kind of happening off rip, might just have to like really wait. It could want to use this level, this breaker here with London, as a level for, but need to see it close below, need to see a little bit more than just us running like that. Can't see it like come down here and then like start immediately coming back up. So we got what we were looking for. Dow now took out its high. Dow trade up higher. Sorry. Trade up higher after doing that. And then remember, we have this 15-minute gap. So if we can create something here to take us to trade down there, but ideally I was looking up there. I didn't trade high enough, unfortunately. So we hit the rejection block on the 15-minute chart, so that would have been a place to potentially take partials. Ultimately looking for this sell side down here. Yes, the rejection block is right there. But we kind of just ran right off rip, which is what I was expecting, but I wanted to see. I'm expecting like 2-session down close today. That's what I'm expecting. But I'm not selling down here. So I would have had my largest position still hanging on for right here for time of day. A time of day type of since I'm thinking it's 2-session down close, I would be waiting till 10:30 minimum, so at least an hour from now for the true low to be in place. That's what I would be waiting for. I mean, if it trades all the way down there right now, I mean, to be honest, like, I'm not really sure what else I'd really want to see today, because that's pretty much where my targets were. I have some a little bit below. Dow's trading up higher. but I had some targets below. Go find my handy dandy. Yeah, so there's some targets below, but like if it reaches there like now, that's, I don't really like that. And there's some minor sell side that's like, can't see it down here. Just would have preferred it come up here and then did this. That would have been a quick day. I don't know, 2 3 I don't know, it wasn't really 5 minutes, so would have been nice. But we didn't get that. They didn't trade up high enough for us to get an entry in the breaker block. Because we were looking from up here to take out London low, and it did that. You had the rejection block outlined in terms of a level of price could reach towards. It did that as well. And then best case scenario was the sell side liquidity pool here. That's what we were looking for today. But this right here is not looking too bearish right now. This run down here to take out London. That's a massive wick right now. And we have NQ trading higher. I mean, sorry, not NQ. Dow. Dow is way above this right now. So for me right now, it trading back up into this is a heck no. No, thank you. I don't even care if it does comes up here and comes down. I don't like this reaction from that. I would have to see something else personally. Because this is like just a deep retracement. And if it wants to go higher, that's fine. There's a rejection block up here. You have this sell side liquidity pool. You have this 2-week opening gap that's up there as well. But I wanted this down before it reached there. It didn't give me that. It just dropped. So nothing there for me. So I'm watching. So we have SMT on the downside actually with ES and NQ. Also with, yeah, so this might be actually going a little bit higher. This breaker block, I think it's gonna get ran through. Okay. I don't think that's gonna hold at all. I think it might come up here. This is a rejection block at least. I don't think that should hold price. It can, but I think it's gonna get ran through. We have Dow trending higher with SMT down here as well with this low with ES. I don't like this now, and it could do everything that I was thinking about. I preferred it before. Show you what I'm talking about. I think that's gonna get ran. I don't think that's a winner at this point. It'll give us time to get in. Look at the low candles. Look at these lows right here. You see how these lows, it's higher. There's higher too. So the fact that we didn't take this out to me is concerning if we're looking for lower prices. This came down to a level we were expecting it to trade down to, but we got this reaction. So now for me, it's upside targets right now. Yeah, see, I would have been stopped out, right? Immediately. Because that would be offsides, in my opinion. So this could want to come up to this rejection block. That's pretty much like what we'll be looking for again. We just need to see some more continuation. Because Dow showed SMT and then just shot up. And I'm purposely trying to stay a little bit more on the higher time frame, which is the 5-minute for me, entry wise. So yeah, we have the new week opening gap, withdrawal liquidity. It's crazy. The ones like ES has been taking out the everything that I've looked for in terms of like look at the bodies that even come close to this. But ES took out this low, NQ did it. Yesterday, ES took out this high, NQ didn't. That's what I've had the last couple days. Like I'm just being patient here. I mean, it could come do this and come back down, top this, or it could just come up here, create a fair value gap here, and then run up there. It can do either or. Dow's looking pretty strong, SMT. So again, this to me is of no concern because of what we've already done down here, rejection block. Now I'm looking up here and then ultimately up here. That's my target right now. Just look at the trading hours real quick. I mean, hopefully it gives us some type of retracement. It's not just, you know, nobody. But Ohana man family. Nobody gets left behind. So yeah. Originally was looking for lower prices. It gave it to us, but didn't give it to us there. So it'd be pretty upsetting if nothing, but have to wait. Can't just rush into the trade just because I want to get in. Because that would honestly be very, very sad. Let's look at the regular trading hour. My time. Yeah, so I mean, again, looking higher now, but I have to wait. There's nothing up there for me. It's unfortunate if it just runs. Because that'd be 2 levels it just ran to, giving me no entry. Not even on the 1 minute chart. There's no entry for me here. And I know that. Nothing here I would buy. Patience. Again, I'm giving myself like 10:30. 10:30, 11. Because now that what this has done here, this is let me know that this is the low. So hopefully we're not taking out this buy side yet. That's right here. Like give us some sort of retracement inside of this. That's what I'm looking at. I see these candles here. Now this isn't don't do this to us. Yeah, I mean I'm not gonna chase it, so if he wants to do that, it's fine. But this right here to me is breaker block. Now what I'm looking at, I see these candles over here. This over here. I'm wondering if we use this. So I do want to just note this. Because if we're unable to do that. That's what I want to know. But it may not give us a chance either way. So gotta be understanding of that too. Like, dang, brother, how much? You just not gonna give us a chance, bro, or just gonna do everything in a couple minutes? I mean, again, even with, you know, getting this and saying, okay, London low is gonna get ran, coming down to the rejection block, which you already had. There's no entry there for me. Like, I'm not entering off a rejection block. That's never been any entry taken. But you know, we would love for, you know, reason why I like this, and I would love to see if we can use this. Just want to see what that would be. Short. It's position wise and seeing like what that looks like here. It's like a 2-to-1. If it can give that to us, if it can trade back down there. Because I ideally want to see the breaker. I understand this one here, that's the key one, I think. But even with that, like putting it right there inside of this one, potentially. But it'd have to come down here, and then I'd be looking for there. So I take a partial there, and then to my there. Can't be right. There we go. That's what I'd want to see. So I'll be looking for this. But this has to offer, it has to trade back down here. Then I will look for it. What I will do. Sell limit. Sell stop. Yeah. So that's my trade right here. See if he can give it to. I mean, best case scenario, actually be up here. Do that right. Best case scenario is up here on this trade. That's what best case scenario would be for me. And we just let it go. That's what I'm. Pull my nose ring out. I probably would take maybe one off at the rejection block here. I mean, London highs there, so I'd probably take one off there. I just have to remember to change these. I've always forget that when I use this, that's what happens. Doesn't do it automatically for me. This is my trade idea. So it's roughly a, I don't want to see it. Roughly it's a best case scenario, it's a 6-to-1. Second best case scenario is 4-to-1. So you have a macro right now. For me, honestly, staying on the 5-minute chart. Ooh, is that? Oh, well, it doesn't look as on the 1-minute chart. You can, you see the whole thing, but this is kind of what I'm looking at. Let me look to see because this would be the stop run. I like where my entry is. I'm okay with that. Yeah. So that's what I'm looking for if it can give it to me. Best case scenario is us taking out, because we didn't take out any internal, or so we didn't take out external on this one. And then this would be the best case scenario, would be all the way up there. Something I learned like from watching back ICT's content is that he has a best case scenario and then like where he's looking for. So, you know, if it gets excited, let's say I can get into the trade and it gets excited and then just screams all the way up to there, well then that's great. You know, why limit the best side if that's ultimately where, you know, the highest I think it could go honestly isn't even there. It's right there. Because that would be a standard deviation of the opening range. So that's hitting the breaker from the previous day. I just want to see it come down and hit this one. That's just my preference. So we can just highlight that so it's a bit thicker. But, oh, that's my buy limit. What is that? It failed to hit that anyways. But that's what I'd want to see here. It's possible without trading up here first. Again, we trade up here first. I don't care about this entry. It's of no good to me. Let's look at this again. Someday someday I want. So that's where I'm looking. Someday I want to go places that I never went. I think that created a new, no, that created a new 15-minute candle. I'd like that way better if it did that, but this is the trade setup, so that I want to see. And if we lose this one, then you know we just go home with the L today. So we're in the trade now. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking for. So I guess we're in the trade now. Nice initial reaction. So we'll take one off of this rejection block if it's possible. Can get up there. That's what we'll do. And someday I will then I see something real quick. I'm so confused. 318. Okay. All right, cool. So yeah, this is the trade that I'm looking at. For us to trade there. Now, if we lose on this one, then I'm done for today because it's gonna do a little bit too much back and forth, and I'm just not interested. Because we've kind of closed both ends, if you know what I mean. If that's what we did. If you try up to a rejection block, that's kind of like what I'm looking for. Inside the macro time. Blame. Yes, I have my stop loss like below this breaker over here. But I do see this one. So for me, I kind of have like, for me, I'm seeing it as like double protected, but it doesn't mean it can't lose. Like, it can lose, but this would be the only trade I take today. Close up shop tomorrow. I would have liked more movement, honestly, away from this level. I think it's spending a lot of time inside this gap. Personal conviction. Oh no. Because for me, I would have felt so much better, honestly, if it, came up into here first and then obviously look for what we were looking for. But based off what I'm seeing right now, it coming down here, failing with SMT, my thought process is we're gonna try to attack this new week opening gap. Again, time element wise, what I'm looking for is between, if it can hold 1030 to that long, 11. That's what I'm looking to see if we can create a where we are there. I mean, if we get stopped out before, then we get stopped out, but that's what I'm looking for. So there's a gap on the 15-minute chart here with the order block, so I would expect it to support here and we'll start moving away, but do not get that. It looks like we're gonna get that right now. Yep, so got stopped out. So that's pretty much the only trade I'm gonna take today. There's really nothing else here for me. Even if we, come lower, I don't think that there's a necessity to do what it did. And then to trade a little bit higher. This would be technically the discount end of the range, but I would have never had my stop loss there. So this is a trade that we had today based off the breaker block, and we just didn't end up getting it. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Now, could I have just been too high, bought in a premium? Potentially, but I don't think, because this just cleared both sides. I don't want to. I'm looking at that right now because I would have expected to move away aggressively, and we didn't get that. So there's nothing for me to do there after, it not bring that. Trading back down off the 5-minute chart, but 15-minute chart, we traded above. There's a gap here with this order block, so even if I had my thing at mean threshold, it'd be very close to stopped. I could have just been too high. That would be the discount. Then looking for higher prices that I might have just bought in a market. But we had a breaker here, a breaker there. But yeah. So that's it for me today. Yeah, I took one loss, and I'm just gonna kind of move on to the next day. We had, our idea. We want to see price trade up into this gap, trade lower. It didn't offer that to us. Took here, had SMT there. Took this range of the breaker, even the breaker from yesterday. I think I Just have my stop loss too. I think I just bought too high. Let's look at that. Because that's the reaction that we would expect here. So my thought process right now is I think I bought too high, but I'm not buying in again. I'm and the chart's off, and that's just what we got today was a loss. So we took 256 was a loss there. So not insane, but obviously would have where I would have had this probably same entry there. Same thing. Looking for not there. But yeah, so you know, going back and looking, maybe this should have been the entry, but we'll see what we get here. But that's pretty much the only trade I'm gonna take today. I expected this breaker to hold. It didn't offer that. So yeah. All right, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. And I hope you guys have a great day. Peace out.